Hey Aries, this is your general tarot reading for Aries, Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of February. Aries, let's get to it. We've already missed a month. Let's catch up and let's shuffle the cards and wait on all the right ones to come out for you, my love. And in the meantime, let's talk about the energies that you may feel throughout the month. So, Aries, you felt that big lunar eclipse. It happened at the end of January and it happened in your 5th house. This was a real moment for many of you where you had to really step back and reevaluate how you put yourself out there in some way. When you step out and shine and be seen as your beautiful, magnetic, brilliant self, is there something that maybe needed to be tweaked or changed? Because what may have happened here was a moment where you felt inauthentic in your own expression of yourself. You've changed so much, Aries. We talk about this all the time. You've changed a lot, and now it seems it's time to up your game a little bit and to shine in a different way, to re-identify yourself in another way. Your persona has changed, and you needed the quiet time at the end of February to have a little bit of a rethink about how you want other people perhaps to see you when you're out there shining. It's almost like an old suit that just needed to be peeled off so that you could think, use your imagination and come back out as an entirely new expression of yourself. So it was quite deep, quite transformative, because to change your expression, that your identity, your persona out there, that's quite a leap. I mean, that is not for the faint-hearted, but Aries, you are not the faint-hearted. So yeah, you've reimagined who you are and you are putting it out there. And it's not so much a style thing. It's not so much that you went crazy and changed your clothes. Maybe you did and changed your hair and changed. Not necessarily in that way, but it's almost like shifting a gear in your fabulous fast car and saying, I'm going to cruise at this level from now on. This is how people are going to recognize me. This is how they're going to identify me. This is what they're going to see when I shine. And it's a big, bright, luxurious shine, Aries. In terms of your creativity, there could have been a real moment where you panicked, for those of you who work in creative fields, and you probably thought, now, I do have sympathy with you on this one, but there was a moment where you needed to maybe go quiet for a little bit and take a time out, retreat, and rethink your whole creative approach to the work that you do, particularly because you've got the big heavy weights, and again, Venus joining Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn this month. You've got the heavy weights in the 10th house about needing to be seen like the sunshine, 5th house lunar eclipse in Leo. Yeah, needing to wipe it all down, strip it back bare, naked, and show a whole new identity, a whole new way to shine. So like I said, your creativity, you needed to take 100 steps back. And maybe it was forced upon you in some way. Maybe you were just some way, shape or form, sick, tired, overworked, whatever. And again, I do sympathize with that, Aries, as you know. And you needed time to retreat so that you could have that rethink about, what the heck am I doing? This old stuff is tired and jaded. That's the energy, whatever it was, in a relationship, in the way you operate in your life, the way you're out there showing yourself off to the public, the way you're out there being a respectable, responsible person in your career. It was like, this shit is old and it's tired, and I'm not able to shine when I identify with the old structure. And Aries, you are the battering ram that breaks structures. And you're saying, it's been too long under the shadow of other people's success, perhaps. I have to bash through this and come out as my own light, as my own personality, not copying anybody, not following anybody's footsteps, not following the tried and tested route, because Aries doesn't follow ever the tried and tested route, because when you do, it becomes insanely boring for you. That's how you can always gauge whether something is not working for you, when it gets so boring. Now, make your own path, Aries. It's time. Why? Because a few things are going on. You have Venus on February 3rd, going in, as I said, to Capricorn, into your 10th house. This is where it happens. Aries, all the stuff you've been doing in 2018, work, hard bloody work. This is where it starts to pay off, where you start to hear the ka-ching. You're starting to be rewarded now because you're more in the vibe, because it's you who's doing the shining, not anybody else. It's you. And you're building that structure, and it seems to come easy this month. It seems to be a path that's just that sweet spot between being a challenge, but without being too much and too overwhelming and too much of a burden. It's enough to make you drive forward. So your career is going to just take off. Look at these two first beautiful cards, the Sun and the Fool. And by the way, this does not mean that you're an idiot, anything but. I say to people, this is the wisest card in the whole tarot. It's the Zero, the one who can be anything they want to be, anything at all, as long as they express themselves by taking a leap of faith into their own particular future, with the sun shining on his back as he does so. So we're talking big energy here, Aries, for you this month. Big, strong, powerful energy. Big, bold, just as you like it. Yeah, absolutely. Strong. So there is money coming to you, so it seems, in your career. Some reward coming to you. And one of the bigger rewards, it's not just, say, it's not all about the coin. The big reward, the big win for you is when you see how much progress you've made and how much work you've done and how sturdy and solid it is to be in the position that you're in now. Be it in work, be it as a key person, a team leader, as somebody who is respected and admired in some way, shape or form. You know where this is. And now there's time for you to stand back and admire the beauty of the work here. And that actually has far more meaning and value to you this month, Aries. For those of you who want, again, to keep pushing and solidifying something within your career, this is a moment that, it, like I said, it comes easy. And you can also find that you're able to rub shoulders better with the key players, with the big boys, the big girls. It's you're in a different space now, Aries, and it's time to see the payoff of the work you've done. For those of you who deal with a boss, as this card comes out, or somebody perhaps that you look up to, and this is a Capricorn card, Venus in Capricorn in the 10th house, really. This is a moment where you can learn a lot, where you get a lot of great, things just run smoother. You can get something that you need from key people, something that matters. And that will relate to different people in different ways. But there'll be a great love. Okay, so far you've got 4 major arcana. This is big change. Major arcana are the big moments where you've been going in a certain direction, and now it's a sharp turn right, or a sharp turn left, or a sharp turn up. This is a sharp turn up for you, my love, this month. It is kicking off. It is kicking off. Now, we go into February with the Sun in Aquarius and Mercury in Aquarius. Your mind is now, going along with this. Everything that happened at the lunar eclipse, where I forgot to say, for some of you, there could have been issues surrounding children, maybe some concern, some worry that came to a head. But now it's this thing where your mind is on the future. It's leave the past behind and get my mind running now with this future, running with incorporating technology in your work. The creativity that now is kicking off, it could involve social media. It could involve including, like I said, technology, cutting edge, high tech, something very scientific, something very on the edge of where nobody has gone before, which is your favorite place to be, Aries, running towards the edge of the world. And you're there and you're running towards it. Now, friends are very key here. I know a lot of you have identified since the lunar eclipse who your true friends really are, who the true people that support you really are, the true people that are there for you when your shine has gone. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you might have remembered that new word, proptimist, where you prop somebody up with encouragement until their optimism comes back. And that's it. You might recognize these friends, these people, these groups who have been your proptimists, propping you up with their optimism until you got your shine back, Aries. So you're running with that, and it seems there's been a clear line between who and what is being left in the past. Who isn't fun anymore? Who are you just not taking pleasure in their company with anymore? You're not enjoying something anymore. And the lunar eclipse had said, Aries, if it's not fun, stop freaking doing it. Why would you do it? And I know 2018 kind of trained you in some way, like a reprogramming from the cosmos to work, be responsible. So there was always an element of keep going. If it's a mountain, I can get over it. I can, build a tunnel through it. I can break anything. I can keep going. Now you're coming to the point in 2019 where you've done that now, Aries. Now it's time. The next work and commitment needs to be built and solidified. Is it fun? Is it a true expression of who you are and what you do? Are you just smiling along and playing a game? If you are, ditch it. Because it's got to be real, my love. It's got to be real. And your gauge is your happy meter. Does it make you happy? So that's quite a little special superpower you're developing for 2019, Aries. The gauge is it making me happy? Am I actually laughing at this or just pretend laughing? Does it actually make me smile or am I just being polite? Does it actually fill me with passion or am I just going along with something? There's your gauge. That's the oracle of yes, no for you. It's only right. Can you believe another major arcana just leapt out there? You have 5 major arcana, Aries. This is a big one. Looking down here, what else? And in terms of your friends too, I'll say this, there's a real moment where you kind of, you know who laughs with you. And a true friend that you're learning now, a true friend is somebody who they see how weird you are and still want to be seen out in public with you. But even more than that, Aries, they see the weirdness in you and they're demanding that you show it. They're demanding that they don't want anything less than that from you. They're demanding that you bring out that special skill, that special talent, that special thing that you've been hiding. And every time you hide it, you go nowhere. So you have friends or somebody who is pulling that string, saying, come out. I don't want that Aries that's all vanilla. I want the freak. I want the weird one. I want the bold one. I want the brave one who's not afraid to show off that really beautiful skill or talent. Bring it out, and I'll be with you when you do. Yeah, it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, what have we got going on, Aries? February 4th, new moon in Aquarius again. You are boldly going where no Aries has gone before, into the future, into the 11th house where all the good stuff is. It's where we're rewarded, where we receive applause maybe, where we receive trophies, medals, merits, diplomas, degrees, stamps of approval, where people say you are now in the higher space and we recognize you, we understand where you're coming from and we applaud you. You are part of us now. And you're moving towards that. So be it in your career, in your whole frame of mind, your life direction, you're moving up. It's an upward curve, because I think you're beginning to identify this month, Aries, where you belong. You don't belong where you've been. You certainly don't belong there anymore. You don't belong in any of the troubles. You don't belong in a place where people are not celebrating you. You're on that upward curve towards the success. And Aries, do you deserve it? You sure do. It's also a time to open up to new groups of people, new friends. You might recognize that you've been limiting yourself. Time to show off these talents to a new bunch of people, new team in work, new friends, new social media spaces. Open a new account, do something creative on the internet, on social media. Do it. Just do it, Aries, because the time is now, you know. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that fire. I want to just keep pushing you, Aries. I need to keep pushing you. And I will be making, 1980s power fists here. Push you, because it has to happen. I have to get you motivated to do this, because success for you is just beginning. It's really beginning. You've already seen a little bit of reward. Now it's time to enter in with the big players, Aries. Big players. Now, February 10th, Mercury in Pisces in your 12th house. And then February 18th, the Sun goes into Pisces. 12th house, psychic house. You've Neptune in Pisces there too. Aries, I think your spirits, ancestors, your own intuition for the last while have been just alive for you. They have just been talking non-stop to you. This month, that's also going to go up a gear. It's just a feeling that all your intuition is going to be profound and buzzing with power. Buzzing. It will support you with everything. Your mind on February 10th, Mercury, the intelligent part of ourselves, in the 12th house, asking very big, deep questions about how some of the things that have gone from your life, how that now sits with you on a very profound level. Are you okay to let some of the psychological shit that we've talked about, Aries? You've dumped so much of that before the end of 2018. You were doing so much of that psychological, work, sorting through some nightmares, sorting through some bad stuff that you just couldn't let go of. You've done it. And now we're going into the point where you're allowing your mind examine and explore the pieces that are now to be salvaged, recovered, healed once and for all. Once and for all. So there's a great healing of the mind coming here, healing of the intellect. And this could mark a real moment, Aries, where you get some fabulous abstract thoughts for your career, for your relationships, for your direction in life. There could be a real moment of, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I just know that this is where I'm supposed to go. And Aries, listen to it. Listen to it. Your dreams are going to be nuts, but there will be intense wisdom in there. Psychic. You're just going through this whole psychic experience exploration, very deep psychic transformations going on in you because you needed to leave so much behind. Aries, I sense that there has been a long period, years, maybe more years than you care to acknowledge, where you've been damaged. You've been getting on with life, but you've been knocked. And I kind of know why, but you've been knocked and knocked and knocked. You're coming out through this, and now your mind is on this. So if you get weird ideas, weird thoughts from the past, weird emotions coming up, this is a moment where you can make sense of them, Aries. Make sense. Make sense of what was lost to you, why it was lost to you, why it needed to be lost to you, why you now need to understand it, and allow it to really move. Your mind might be very tired. You won't be able this month really to focus on a great many things other than getting a lot of sleep, getting a lot of rest, and really engaging in the gentler parts of your world. It's a very gentle psychic energy. For those of you who do work in the healing arts or the psychic arts, or even if it's only just a hobby that you do, something, reading cards, reading auras, energy work, whatever, explore this month. Just really explore. Dive into studying something more deeper, esoteric. Get back into learning a little bit more. Can you believe this? We have another major arcana. I've never seen this before, Aries. Never. This is insane. Now, you have Mars on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, going into Taurus. So you had all that wonderful energy in February where you are alive, dynamic, getting things moving, feeling that, thank God, I've got my vibe, my kind of bit of buzz back in me again. I've got it going on. I've repaired, I've healed, I've done it. And now you're going into Taurus, into the second house. And this is where you begin to form very strong bonds with people in your life and with the things that matter in your life, the work you're doing, how you do the work, how you are now shining out there in full view of everybody to see. You're beginning to solidify that and bond with it. In terms of money, Aries, there'll be a lot of activity and a lot of energy going in to you making the money. So, excuse me, it's almost like for a part of it, your mind will be really shifting that gear from what you've lost and how you were probably never able to make money for a period of time. Now it's all on the money. Game on. It's money time. It's show time. And I'm all about making that coin come in. Now, February 19th, full moon in Virgo in the 6th house. Some of you could, at this point, really decide you've changed your identity, changed that expression of yourself. Now you need to change up your daily habits to meet that, because we are what we practice. If we try to be something else and then don't practice that on a daily level, it's not going to happen. So there's that real thing here now of motivating yourself. Aries, you're a great self-motivator when you're in the right zone. When you're not in the right zone, you actually demotivate yourself. But now you're in the zone of motivating yourself. So get up and get your good habits going on. Get up earlier than usual and maybe do meditation before you start getting ready for work. Get all the right tools, instruments that you need to get your body fitter, to get your nutrition organized. It's almost like a system. Aries now has a strategy to get the physical aligned with where you're trying to go into the future. And yeah, some of you could be really deciding that the work or the style of work you're doing, the office that you work in, just isn't cutting it anymore. Maybe it's time to go. Finally time to say, this office is not a healthy space for me. It's too toxic, too draining, taking up too much of my time when I could be creating something new that makes me happier. So there's a real turning point for you. Aries, we are now 25 minutes almost. Yeah, these readings are totally changing. They're becoming more about the energy and less about the cards. I know that, I'm aware of that. I've got to go with that. I have to trust it. And I hope you have patience with that too, Aries. But I think it's worth it. You have what? You have 6 major arcana. I'm going to start choosing for you now, Aries. Let's go. So finally, I've broken the pattern, but it's still a good one, a strong karmic card beside this. 4 more cards, Aries. Okay. We're back again with the major arcana, death. Not bad, it's good. Don't worry about that. More major arcana, the star, representing Aquarius season. The star is an Aquarius card. A beautiful card. Aries, your cards are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the last card, having that time out at the end of the month to really think about, you know, how you're going to go about things from now on inwards. Aries, let's do this. Finally, finally, finally. Ka-ching. Light it up, light it up. Yeah, like you, being lit up. Aries, it's power time, it's show time. It's show time. Take that leap of faith. You don't have to. You can stay stuck if you want. That's your choice, Aries. You can stay stuck and let other people tell you how to live your life. Let the outside world dictate how you steer the direction of your force. Or you can raise the curtain and say, here I am, bitches. Here I am. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I don't even know where this is going. I'm just putting down the accelerator, putting the pedal to the metal and taking a huge leap of faith. Why? Because I'm using that gauge, the happy meter, to tell me where to go. If it makes me passionate, if it sets me alight, if I feel the flame growing every time I think of it, and I just get filled with excitement and, oh my God, can I? That's your happy meter. And you can take great big leaps of faith to anywhere, Aries, with your work, with your personality, with your relationships, with your new expression, your new creativity. You can do it all. Once you take that leap, take it, Aries. As I say to people, life you shouldn't just let it happen to you. No matter what circumstances you find yourself in, no matter what, even if you're struggling with health, debts, anything, life is yours to drive. So make it a Lamborghini, baby, and just drive it smoothly in that gear towards the new horizon. Nothing should be holding you back, ever, nothing, from making that coin, making your dreams come true. The only thing that will ever hold you truly back is your unwillingness to dive in and take that leap of faith into your success. Now, the passion, the devil beside the lovers. Okay, let's go with this. Some of you are really feeling some hot passion for the Valentine's month of love. A lot of passion. I think this is, in general, it's passion being reawakened for all parts of your life, for connecting with things, people, everything. But this is also a Capricorn and a Saturn card. Now, Venus in Capricorn, Saturn and Capricorn, Pluto also in Capricorn. You've got to ride this 10th house experience. The 10th house are the obstacles that we once thought we would never get past, and we get past them. And you have to do this. You've got Mercury, very mercurial card, in the 12th house of saying, forget all the things you can't do. The 12th house is unlimited. There are no borders. There are no walls. There is nothing, only pure, raw potential. And the devil here is saying, be the passionate one and have no limits. He represents, say, limits in some cases, but in other cases, he's the challenge to what you perceive as limits. He's saying, what's holding you back? How am I the negative expression in you? What are the chains that have bound you from going on into the next part of your experience in this world? Can you think about this and solve this puzzle from a 12th house space, which is all about finally understanding that there are no limits? That I can create on a free space, that I can create any life that I want. So this is huge. Do you see what I mean at the start of this reading, Aries, when I said this is big energy, this is big boy, girl energy, this is get on your big pants energy, because we're moving, Aries. It's rocking. And everything is indicating the same here. Now, for some of you, this is high passion and love. Mars going into the 2nd house, into Taurus, earthiness, earthy sensuality, hotness, real connection between you and somebody else that is really making you feel loved, appreciated, and in such a way that you want to give that love back. Could be with a Capricorn, it could be with a Gemini, somebody with Sun, Moon, or Ascendant Capricorn, Gemini, or somebody who's the boss, you know, somebody who's the boss, or somebody who is a kind of game changer when it comes to technology, ideas, how they communicate. Maybe it's what you're doing with your new expression, communicating with radical new ideas. Take this shit seriously, Aries. But if it is the passion in a new relationship or an existing relationship, I mean, what are we talking about here? This is the real connection. This is the real deal, Aries. The real deal. And now we have the presence. Oh my God. Iris. You know, Iris is appearing twice. Both of these are Iris, the goddess of communication. She's a messenger of the gods, much like Hermes, much like the magician, and also this card. And the messenger of the gods coming to say, it's time to free yourself from the past. I mean, this is transformation. This is where the month where you really feel you've gone up that gear, Aries, where you finally come through the other side of something. And you finally feel the reward for the hard work and persistence to overcome your big obstacles, psychological obstacles. And now again, to imagine that there are no limits. And this is what's being communicated to you with Mercury in the 12th house. The gods, the goddesses, the universe, the cosmos, your ancestors, they're screaming at you this month. They're just from the sideline shouting, Aries, run with this, run with this, because this is your truth. The truth is you need to move, you need to step into your new world now. That's the truth, and Aries, you value truth. Well, you can see the truth in everything, but can you see the truth in you that it's time to up this? It's time to go up a gear and move into the next part of your world. Powerful, powerful. Some of you are learning from the lunar eclipse the truths that were brought to you, the secrets that were unfolded. And because of what you've learned since the end of January, you're using it as a kind of springboard to move on. So that's key for you. The truth was told and now you're moving on. The truth was learned and discovered in you. A mirror was held back to you about yourself, and you're willing to change up big time. And it's powerful. It's just, sometimes when I do these readings, I get key words that just keep repeating over and over. I'm getting the feeling and the word of power. Go, run, do it, go, power. It's like on a loop. Also, some of you might be in two ways. Sagittarius could be a catalyst for you, either through a positive connection or a negative connection. This is the energy of a truth that maybe Sagittarius exposed, either positively or negatively, has inspired you to move on and change direction. And to do what? To finally break a karmic cycle. I want to show you this. This is the 10 of Pentacles, and Pentacles is our physicality, and it's also our spirituality. It's a place where we feel fundamentally motivated to control certain aspects in our life too, at times. But if you see what the 10 is, for those of you who understand symbolism, this is in the shape of the tree of life. And this is a card that says you have completed and broken through a generational curse. You don't have to be like the people in the past, maybe in your family. And it's not just your immediate family, it's the family going back. You will take the good bits, but you will break what they unfortunately hadn't the power to break. They did the best they could, but now you are the one who gets to finally break some generational curse and break through. And you will feel your ancestors thank you for that. That is something I just felt. You will feel them saying thank you. You thought you were just breaking this for you. You were breaking the bond for us too. Oh wow, okay. That was a moment that I felt. There's a thank you coming when you do this, when you make this change. They are wanting you to make this change and supporting you because you are doing it not just for you, but also for them. We think that we're not connected to the family tree. The family tree, we are just the fruit, the newest, latest fruit, the flower even on that family tree. But there are those who've gone before us that are keeping it steady at the root so that we can blossom. They're the ones supporting us, and they're the ones encouraging you to move on, but to accept that it's going to be difficult, it's going to be tricky, it's going to make you sad, it's going to make you feel that you're leaving behind a lot of things, situations, places that once brought you comfort, ideas that once brought you comfort, opinions and perspectives about yourself, perhaps, that once brought you comfort. It was time to move on now. Because if you see, he's taken that little moment to be all sad. He's crying a river, yeah. But his head is all down. You know, he doesn't see that he can cross that bridge and get over it. He doesn't see that because he's not watching for that. He's only focused on all the shit that's knocked over on the floor. He's saying, the party's over, look what I have to clean up now. Yeah, next day cleaning up the house party mess. That's what he's feeling. He's trying to clean up because the party's over. The party is not over. If he turned around, the party is just beginning. And you have been cordially invited, Aries, to step into that new thing. Aries, I mean, what can I say? Death. I'll show you this. Death in Aquarius season. Do not fear this. You have activity in the 12th house. And for many of you, you might be feeling like something in your life could be coming to an end that may feel like a death. But don't let it get to you in that way, because I want to explain what the death is. Death comes, and the first thing he does is knock down the structure of something, physically, ideologically, emotionally. He knocks down the structure represented by the king here. Then he knocks down the perception, represented by the Pope, the priest here. And if you see, he is a noble. This is not some horrible person, a troll, a monster, an ogre. He is noble on his white horse, dressed in all his finery, in his chivalry, and he's royal. We recognize that because he has his own heraldic flag. And he is announcing his arrival. It's time for me to come to knock this shit out of your life, Aries. Because when I do, look, the sun is rising. There's a whole new party about to happen, Aries. And he has to come in like the wrecking ball to cleanse that space. And you can be like this woman here saying, no, don't do it, I can't bear to look. Or you could be like the child going, wow, look at this, A real life superhero coming in and changing everything for me. Wow. Be that child, Aries. Because your future is opening up, full of optimism, full of strength, full of flow, full of stars, dreams, wishes, hopes for the future being lit up for you all over again. Not just one big star, but look, you've the stars of the night shining, showing you the way, which makes me again see that you have so many guiding lights for you this month, guiding lights. And this is a Scorpio card, this is an Aquarius card. For some of you, if you have a good friend who is a Scorpio, they could be everything for you this month. They could be really helping you to tune in and tap into your true identity. Scorpios are amazing at that. They can see through the bullshit, and they are very quick to point out what's toxic in your life and trust them. You may have an Aquarius in your life. Aquarius trying to push you towards this thing of let go and shine. Let go and bring your optimism out for your future. Because we have love here, we have passion. This card actually represents two things. Tens represent completion, cups represent emotions. Some great big emotional karma. Karma, 2 tens, emotional karma is being released for you. And physical karma, feeling physically trapped in a world that you don't want to be in. Through circumstances, through lack of money, through not being able to find the right home, through not being able to find the right place for you to stand and shine. That shit's ending, starting in February. So the end of tears. And the tears end. But when the sun comes out and shines through the tears, it creates the rainbow, the possibility. You know, your hope is creating this, creating the possibility. Aries, this is magnificent energy. At the end of it, here's the expansion of meditating upon what was lost. It's the same idea here. There'll be a bit of that, a lot of that. Meditating on what was lost so you can finally recognize that there is a new journey being handed to you, a new emotional journey. Aries, if you're single or if you're looking for a new relationship or a new friendship, a new bond with people who love you and you love back, particularly friends, this is where it all starts being handed to you, my beautiful. You deserve this. You deserve every ounce of this. And Aries, I am proud of you for pushing through for all of 2018 and further beyond that. And maybe even years before that. Maybe since 2008. It has been a road that you've been on. And Aries, I am happy that you're getting this back. You deserve it, you deserve it, you deserve it. You've broken whatever karmic shit that was that you probably brought in from a past life. You've broken it. So heal, observe what's been lost so you can put your hand out and take that new chalice and go with it. Run, go, jump, take the leap of faith. Aries, I'm going to leave it at that, but as you know, as always, we have the deep reads. If you want to focus on your relationship, if you're single and want to know where the hell is love coming in Valentine's Day, if you want to talk about your money or career, you want to talk about family, friend issues, or anything else that might crop up, the psychic stuff that's feeding all through this month for you, you've got the readings on VIMEO, the deep read. Aries, come across, everything is linked down below. Come to the deep read and we'll open it all out for you, my love. And let's do it. And let's go. Go, Aries. Bring it on, my beautiful. What can I say? I'm going to leave you with a big Valentine's kiss, my beautiful. Mwah. And oh, my love, go get him. Go get him, Aries. Until next month.